Hi, I'm Pauline Field, and this is today's video on how to retire happily. And one of the things in today's world is to be able to use the technology to stay connected with family and friends. And there's just lots of technology that is not too complicated that can really enrich our lives. So whether you consider yourselves a techie or a technophobe, I think that, I can give you some ideas that will really ease your mind and make you realize how easy it is to stay connected when you're far away, or even when you're not that far away, but the kids and the grandkids are just too busy. So let's start with video calling apps. Well, and the way this is recorded is on Zoom. And that's a great app to be able to talk to all your family, as many as you want, all your friends. And with the free option, the free account, you get up to 40 minutes. So you can really have a nice chat. If you don't want to do Zoom, but you just want to pick up the phone and see somebody's face, well, if you have an iPhone, there's FaceTime. And Skype, you can also do video calls. So those are just a few. There are actually more. Facebook offers something called a portal that you can buy. It's a screen, and you can talk to your family on that, and they can see you too. Then there's the social media platforms, like Facebook and Instagram, for instance, where you can share photos, you can check on what your family is doing, what their activities are, or share activities that you want everybody to be a part of. Let them know what you're doing. Then there's text messaging. And as well as just texting one person, you can set up groups. So on your regular phone, your cell phone, you can put in one name and then another name and then another name. And everybody gets to be in on the conversation. You can also set that same thing up on WhatsApp, where you just include lots of people. When I had some surgery and lots of people wanted to know the results and how I was doing, well, rather than texting one at a time, I created a group and I sent everybody an update at the same time. You can also do that with Facebook Messenger. I particularly like WhatsApp, but both work. Email. A lot of people are getting away from email. I like email when I have something more to share. If I want to send a longer note, particularly including maybe photos or something scanned, it can be very nice. If you don't have an email address, you can just go onto Google, say Gmail address, and it'll walk you through setting up a free email address. Very simple. And then there's digital story sharing. One of the things that's really nice is to leave our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren a story about our lives. Because when we've lived 60, 70, 80, 90 years, we've done a lot. And as they're growing, they're too busy with their own lives to think about us. But as they mature, they're going to say, I wonder what hers was like. What did she do? What are some of the challenges she faced? What are some of her accomplishments? What are some of the funny stories, the embarrassing stories? And there's lots of places on the internet that will help you to share your stories. Some of them will even give you some questions to answer to kind of move it along in case you get stuck. Just to name a couple is Shutterfly, Storybook, Story Pro, but there's many of them, many of them. So just Google writing my story, sharing my story, and you'll find some software. And then you can just do it when you can, as you can. You don't have to sit and do that for hours, but maybe a couple of times a week you can sit and write about some part of your life, some story, maybe a few stories about all the pets you've had, or the homes you've lived in, or some of the funny stories that maybe or maybe not were funny at the time, but looking back, they are funny. And of course, everybody likes to read when we were embarrassed. So if you are willing, that's always a good one to share. So I hope you will take on technology in a way to stay connected to the people you love, your friends, your family. It really has enriched your life. So thanks for joining, and I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow.